Podcast time. Cut that stuff down. Remix. Coming soon, the remix to I'm a Mess. Welcome, everybody. It's Thinking Through Thursday. Lord, help us all. This is when I bring in how social justice affects the way we treat each other. This is the episode that you don't want to miss. When I go live, get yourselves together. It's the right thing to do. I appreciate y'all. S.W.T.E, sexiest man in Dallas. You already know what it is. Let's do it. You feeling that beat? The song is going to be off the chain. If y'all haven't heard really the You're a Mess theme that I do with my girlfriend Shay, you missing out. Go back and watch it. At the end of the day, someone had a difference. Why not us? Why not now? It's one of the hottest, man. That's a hot beat. I'm gonna make sure I tap in with dude and get that thing taken care of. You already know. S.W.T.E. Now, I wrote about this story in my book, African Messiah versus Government Scum, which is basically the hottest social justice book to come out probably since Mr. Eldridge Cleaver's Soul on Ice. And many of them have been written. Thank you very much. Now, in the book African Messiah, I intimate that the government would have you believe that shooting up a residence where the slightest amount of suspicion, can be brought up concerning drugs, right? Her profession basically was saving lives and had hers taken by individuals who were looking for an inanimate object. Now, there's no headlines for police shooting a kilo of cocaine. There's no headlines for European police or any other kind of police doing anything to the drugs. Now, back in the day in Wisconsin, there was some police officers actually selling heroin right outside of Madison. Got caught selling it. I'm not saying that cops aren't doing it right now, but I'm saying these cops were so messy and sloppy, they got caught doing it. What I'm saying to you is those are different headlines. There was 2 African men involved in this woman's death. The connection has to be noted, right? I mean, I'm just being honest. Now, if you read the story more and more, and a little bit more than that, dig deep, they make it seem like she was seeing 2 guys at the same time. The police that came there, like she was actively involved in this guy. We followed her to the guy's crib. So basically, they basically saying, her lasciviousness is what did her in. Okay, cool. You realize he was selling drugs, cut him all the way off, and you're good with us. But she didn't. She was still going to see him and still getting mail at the crib. So why, I ask you, did the police not shoot up his crib and kill him while he was asleep? I mean, clearly, it was a stretch to imagine that she was selling drugs. We'll just put it out there for what it is. It was never an accusation, allegation. So the police were sure she wasn't selling them, right? Intercepting her peacefully on the way to see him and searching her residence is one thing. I mean, searching her car is one thing. Purse, turn your purse around, bring the dogs to the car. It's one thing. But a no-knock warrant in the middle of the night that led to a hail of bullets. One officer was grazed because they were shooting so haphazardly into her residence that they shot at each other. The boyfriend in the house doesn't have an invisible force field on. Doesn't. Unharmed. Shot back, but was unharmed. You get what I'm saying? Young man, fall on the woman. Fall on her. Protect her. Make sure she's good. Sleeping with the enemy, thinking through Thursday edition. We're going to get deep. We're going to get deep. And I'm going to eat my chips. Last night was popcorn. Tonight is corn chips. Man, I work hard. All right. They failed to protect Brianna. Young man, forget shooting at the police officers. Fall on the sister. Make sure she's good. African men, when are we going to get to that point? When we are truly protecting first, then providing. We would be, think of the statement that would have been made if that young man would have shielded that sister with his body. When he hears the shots, he either jumps on her and rolls them both off the bed, or he just covers her and protects her. I'm going in on the fellas this month. I'm not playing no games. I gave the sisters all I had. So I'm going in on the brothers. I'm going in on the fellas. What kind of statement would it have meant if the news headline says young man is shot and killed as he protects his girlfriend? And then we have Brianna Taylor tearfully talking about how brave he. What kind of impression would that have made on all the rest of us? The Sleeping with the Enemy, Thinking Through Thursday version, I have to call the African men out. I have to call you out. Women, sisters, do not accept anything less. The universe is in your womb. Do not accept any, do not quote unquote rock with a man if he's not going to fall over you and protect you and preserve you. Y'all can't deal with it. It's all good. But here I am. Never going to see twerking on my show ever. And I'm going to still have thousands of people, you know, jumping on here. That's coming. Next year is coming. Thousands. I'm over almost 200 episodes now, and hundreds of people have seen this show, just not all at the same time. Do you want to stay asleep? Do you not want to be bothered? What is it? What would have been the impact on the African culture and African community here in this country if the Brianna Taylor story was her boyfriend died saving her life? Whether she was seeing both those brothers at the same time or not, neither one protected her. After it's over with, the drug dealing, I guess the drug dealing boyfriend, he didn't say, look, this life ain't for you, shawty. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you involved. I'm gonna block your number. I don't want you involved in my, you know, we dying over here. We going to jail over here. I don't want you involved in that. Yeah, I know you got my back and you down for me if ever. I'm your, you know, you my homegirl and all that, but we can't do this anymore. I'm glad you broke up with me because I don't need to be rocking with you. You're doing a good thing for the community. You got a great job. You help folks. It is what it is. Because the drug investigation is what they say led them to her house that night. Y'all got to do your research. I put my real opinions and views about that whole case in the book, African Messiah versus Government Scum. You have to go on Amazon and get that book. The fact that y'all not getting that book lets me know that you want to be a slave. You want to leave the plantation. You don't. Because they can tell you anything and you'll believe it. Get the book, African Messiah versus Government Scum. You got to get the book. It is what it is. Now, just his family might watch this show and be like, forget him, forget him. You know, we sorry for her feeling, but we glad ours is still here. And I have my ups and downs with women, even the one that I'm dealing with now. But if I'm in the same room as Shay and bullets start flying, you know, I'm trying to make contact with her and get her down. If I see she has enough sense when I say get down to get down, cool. But if she's looking dazed or she's not moving fast enough, I'm on her, I'm covering her, I'm pulling her to the floor, I'm covering her. She's gonna make it. Or we're both going down. There is no me telling her mom, I said get down. I couldn't get to her. I mean, there really is no me doing that. I would rather uh that be a conversation she has with my mom because that's the son my mom deserves. Taibu Muad'Dib right here, man. Gunning them down tonight. I know y'all want to jump in here and talk about this topic. I know y'all want to get off in here and say her name. All right. Let me do the research. Let's jump this off. Let's Google it and see what's going on. So I just typed in here the name of Breonna's Taylor's boyfriend that was cleared of shooting. I'm spelling it all wrong. Spelling it all wrong. My bad. Well, some other people it's spelled wrong on here too. So I'm gonna share this with y'all. We're gonna go to the real deal. I want to thank Shay for having a computer that gets to share screens. We can get some of this real stuff in here into the show. So you see somebody else spelled it Brianna too. So this is how you're supposed to spell it. This is how I spelled it. This is how other people spell it, but I got it wrong. So his name is Kenneth Walker. It says Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, cleared of the shooting. Now we look at this, and it says, all right. Now he looks like a solid guy. I don't know if they just started kicking it or what. Oh, there we go. Right? For all intents and purposes, he looked like me. Just not as sexy. But look, here's the reality of it. The man right here, this man right here, I haven't talked to him personally. I'm not saying that. All I'm doing is reading the same thing y'all can read online, in the newspapers, online, whatever. What I'm saying is, my man right here, it happened during the incident when Breonna Taylor, a young African medic with no criminal, was shot dead. Kenneth Walker had claimed he thought intruders were breaking in when police raided his home. No criminal charges were ever brought over the shooting. 2 officers were eventually fired. During the raid, Kenneth Walker fired at the officers who believed were attackers breaking into the couple's home. Police claim they made it clear who they were before knocking the front door down. They reportedly knocked on the door to announce their presence before breaking it down. Kenneth said he then fired out of self-defense. 3 officers returned fire with 32 shots, 6 of which hit and killed her. Detectives Miles and Joshua were recently fired over their involvement. They didn't follow procedures and failed to use body cameras. He was cleared of the attempted murder 2 months after her death. During the raid, Kenneth Walker fired at the officer who he said believed were attackers breaking into the couple's home. All right. Boyfriend number 1. All right, let me go back up here. Okay. Now let's put in there name of BR's boyfriend that was under investigation. All right. A look at Brianna Taylor's connection to ex-boyfriend Jamarcus Glover. He was the original target of the investigation that led to. Okay, let's look at that. All right. Will they give us a picture? There. Taylor, Kenneth Walker. Who is this? Okay, that's Kenneth Walker still. So let me see if they give us a picture of this Jamarcus dude. Okay, there he goes. All right. They doing me. Wow. All right. So it's infected. But you guys get a clue into what I'm saying. 2 brothers, both young, like her age, both look like solid guys, but neither of them protected her. Neither of them. Right? You know, the saying is "the good die young." Mm-hmm. All I know is no one wants to touch this with me, so I'm gonna have to go in. Listen to me. What's going on, Alicia God, Chicago? If you look at the details, it says they failed to protect her. All right. What is this pop-up doing on the screen? That's crazy. I don't want to see more. It's over with. I guess I got to. I don't want to see more. Yeah. How do social justice issues affect the way we treat each other? You look at the movie Crash, where my man that played in, so many movies, The Best Man, he played in Empire, Terrence something. You look at the situation in the movie Crash when his wife won't keep her mouth shut, gets yanked out the car by the police, And she says, what? How come you didn't do nothing? He says, what am I supposed to do? Die? Because you won't keep your mouth shut? The people's choice. Baby,
What up, man?
what's going on with your family?
Man, just been busy as hell lately.
As you should be, as you should be. You have a life too.
You know that.
So yesterday was popcorn. Today is chili cheese Fritos.
Oh
If you
yeah.
if you hungry, accept no substitute.
Hey,
Chili cheese Fritos.
it's fire.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. It goes, it goes. Sour cream is neck and a tie with salt and vinegar chips. Then chili cheese Fritos. Then uh, Doritos. Don't matter what flavor. I'm telling you right now, top dog, top notch, bro.
Hey,
Yeah,
I beg to differ that one. This my top notch. You heard me?
I'm listening.
I'm gonna let. Hold on. Uh,
Hold on. Let me go in the comment section and put mine in there first. One, it's a tie between sour cream and salt and vinegar. Number two, chili cheese, corn chips. Number three, oops, Doritos of any kind, any flavor. Go ahead. Now, what's your?
mine. The top. Gotta go with the top dog ones. You gotta go with uh, flaming hot Cheetos. Then I go flaming hot Cheetos, Doritos, not any kind though, but I'm not even gonna put these in order. But chili cheese, those are fire. I gotta have my skins in there, bro. I gotta have my skins in there and salt and sour, but they gotta be Pringles.
Hold on. For flaming hot Cheetos. Then you say so. You agree with me on number two, to chili cheese.
Yeah, chili cheese is fire.
I'm a witness, bro. I'm up eating right now. I ain't playing no game. All right. Then you say what? What's going on, M Trusted?
Huh?
I'm gonna shoot you the link,
What?
fam. Give me 1 second. Okay, go ahead, finish. What was your third choice?
45. It's 9:45, nigga. What'd you say, bro?
What was the third choice? You said flaming hot Cheetos, chili cheese, Fritos.
Skins, cracklings.
Man, you been locked up too many times.
That ain't got nothing to do with my mama was feeding me them when I was a kid.
The waters of
Skins
ghetto.
fire.
Listen
Hey,
to that song by Ghetto Boys, y'all. The
hey,
waters of
Trey.
ghetto.
Hey, this man don't go to jail. Don't got no criminal background. And
Let me ask him.
I'm
I want to
sending
ask
him.
him. I want
I'm
to ask
sending
him. I
him.
want to ask him. I want to ask him.
Trey, come here.
We gonna find out who is. I'm gonna ask him what his top three is, and if he
He
don't
loves
say it, then
skins.
nah, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
Here,
Don't say nothing.
him on the podcast today. say the
What
top
up,
the
fam?
top 5 chips. What's up, man?
Top three. Look, your top 3 potato chips, right? By flavor. I said it's a tie between sour cream and salt and vinegar chips. Period. That's my top. I said number 2. This is my number 2. Chili cheese Frito. All right.
Yeah.
I said number 3, Doritos of any flavor. Now
Yeah.
Don Rico, he says his number 1 is Flaming Hot Cheetos. Or is it
Okay.
Cheetos?
Yeah.
Yeah, he agrees with me. He agrees with me on the chili cheese Fritos, right? So what is your top 3 by flavor?
I can say hot Cheetos number 1. Um, I like Doritos. I like the Cool Ranch better
Right,
than I like
right,
the nacho cheese. And my
right.
third one, I have to say pork skins. I
Okay,
like pork skins. Yeah, it's really because I grew up off of them too. So
okay.
all right, hold
Of
on
course, we
1 second.
got that. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, most definitely. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna take my top one off. What
Okay.
I'm gonna put my hey look, what I'm gonna put as my top one is sour cream and cheddar. That is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. Sour cream and cheddar, chili cheese Fritos, and then flaming hot Cheetos.
I don't even know if I've had those. Sour cream and cheddar. Hold on. Who makes those?
I have no idea.
You say you had them. I mean, which brand is it?
Uh, who make them Trey? Them cheddar, the ones I like, sour cream and cheddar. I don't know who make them.
Fanny, you done made it up.
Boy, I ain't never made them up. People know what sour cheddar cheese ruffles. They're ruffles.
You making stuff up, fam.
They're ruffles.
So look, can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Have you ever really truly madly deeply in love with a woman?
I don't know.
Were you ever close to that?
No, I changed my mind on that. I'm glad things are how they ended up.
No, I'm asking you right now. Have you ever actually been in with somebody? I don't even care if you wasn't with them, you just loved them to death. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever really loved somebody like really just all out, nose wide open? I know you. I'll throw some names out there. Don't think I won't.
Please.
We don't do names on my show. You know that. You so wrong for that. But you know I know.
200. That's why I be fucking with them. I'm paying it 1 month and that shit over with.
All right.
We don't even need it. We just need the internet. That's it. What up, boss?
So yo,
I've been in love maybe once.
okay. So if you asleep with her in the bed, police kick the door in. Are you gonna cover her up or make sure she's good, or you just gonna hop up and just start shooting like the Wild West?
What you mean? What the police kicking the door in for?
Because they're the police. We live in a police state. Wait for the book to come out. I'll break that down for you in a minute.
It gotta be a reason though.
Don Rico.
Well,
I don't care if you Flavor Flav dark, if you got 1 or 2 drops. if you deem African, they have never in this country ever needed a reason to kick in your door.
Yeah, they can do that, but I mean, they gotta have a reason though.
We're gonna forget about the reason that they give the press after you dead. What I'm saying is, if it's happening in real time, 2 a.m. in the morning, 12 o'clock midnight, it could be 10:30. I went to bed at 9. I don't care. It's dark outside. Y'all in the bed, cuddled up. You hear a knock at the door. You start to get up a little bit. You hear the door get kicked in. Is you gonna turn around and make sure your baby's straight? Or you just gonna just grab for your gun and just start plugging away?
I'm gonna make sure she's straight. What you mean?
Okay,
You
let's
ain't gotta
go
be
to
in
the
love with nobody to make sure they straight. If
let's
I
go
got
to
a
the screen share. Let's go to the screen share. All right. We're gonna look at Brianna Taylor's boyfriend that was under investigation. We got a picture of him. That's the one she was with. He didn't protect her. Just the one that they was investigating. He didn't protect her. So are we to believe that they didn't really love her? That she wasn't worthy of that she didn't pick men that loved her enough to protect her in face of all great odds, that they didn't make sure she was okay first? I'm just saying, you just said what you would do. So can we assume, as the viewing audience, that they didn't love her the way you love this woman that you're talking about? Like, because real
No,
love means you gonna get on that, right?
you can love somebody, but then you could be a selfish ass person.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Please expound on that.
You can be selfish. I can love somebody to death, but when it comes to certain things, I'm gonna be selfish with, like my freedom, my money. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of what's the name people, selfish ass people out here. Selfish don't mean you don't love them. You're just selfish. Ah, you understand that? Hello?
So,
Is you gonna
okay,
cover
so
up Shay?
okay. So,
Is you gonna
but
cover up Shay if they
huh?
kick the door in? Is you gonna cover Shay up?
Immediately, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. It makes sure she's good. I'm
Right, but
not saying I'm not.
you can't expect
What I'm
everybody in the world to
saying
be
is they're
like
gonna
you.
have to go through me to get to her. Ain't gonna be no Shay dead because we was shooting in the house. We both gonna have to be dead.
I know we're talking about that one situation where they killed that girl.
I just showed it on the screen share. It says Brianna Taylor.
Well, I wasn't looking. There's a phone in here.
You the people's choice, man. People are gonna respond to what you say, fam. So you said that you love this woman, and that hex, yeah. If anybody, police or anybody, starts shooting in the crib, you would make sure she's straight first.
If I didn't love her like that, I'm gonna still make sure she's straight. Cause that's just how I am. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Don Rico,
protector.
everyone, the people's choice. We wouldn't expect anything less.
Hey, I'm a protector, a provider. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I know.
I just got a big a-hole sometimes, but I got a big heart. You know, we've always protected our. Hello?
Will you sit still? We getting good sound bites out of you. You messing everything up, man. Mm.
Hey, they might just make that. You on the road. Turn it down a little bit. We don't lie. You can't play that. They can hear it. The big guy gonna have a heart attack.
All right, look. Let me
Hey, my bad. I just got in the car. That was not
let me bring this home, man. You killing it right now, bro. All I'm basically saying is I'm going in on the fellas to help the ladies out. I went in on them last month, so I'm going in on us right now. Right? We have to set standards. Our people have no standards. That's why we in the situation that we in. None. Period.
right.
Every chick is busting it open and ain't nothing to do is committing.
509-5601.
Busting it clean wide open.
I don't think so.
Every chick is busting it open and all the dudes is failing to commit. You say what you want to say. They coming on my show. What's going on, pretty face? If you want to come on and join us in the podcast, I'm gonna send you the link. I forgot
Yeah, where you at,
MCC
boy?
that jumped on there too. Let me get him in there.
It's me, man. I was on my other phone.
Don Rico.
Hold on, boy. Where at? Which one? All right, I'm gonna pull up right now. Yeah, what's up, big guy?
Man, so would you advise women to not rock with anybody that's not willing to put their life on the line?
Well, what was your
I mean, if
question
it,
again?
I mean, if you rocking with somebody, you rocking with them. If it's if it's a real relationship, or you know, I'm just rocking. When I'm with somebody, I rock to the fullest. I'm rocking, and she rolling, I'm rocking. That's all I can say. Hey, be a good judge of character, because some people might shit leave you in that house and run out the window. They hear shots.
So, but okay, I know they was sleep, so it wasn't like they was up watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Where they aware. But if you in your sleep knocked out, both of y'all, and somebody just boom busting y'all door and start shooting, like,
What'd you say?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Somebody trying to call my phone.
Oh, I was saying like if you, I'm thinking that they said that they was sleep.
Right,
So you in your sleep, you know what's going on. You hear a noise, and then boom, 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 they start shooting.
right. Now look, I might not have just jumped on her and said, "Oh, I'm gonna protect it," but I'm gonna tell her to take cover. I'm gonna say, "Look, jump under the bed or jump in this closet. Let me see what's going on." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that still means you making sure she's straight first.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure she's straight for sure.
Not connected.
That's all D
Yeah.
He hasn't entered it yet. But we have to when I go in on the brothers, we have to make sure we help the sisters. That's the whole reason of going on the brothers, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is that something that we should promote? Like, hey, ladies, don't be rocking with somebody. I mean, ask them, look at them, and ask them. If the police kicked in the door and started shooting, what would you do? I mean, you deserve to know in days and times like this. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. In like North or South Carolina, there was a prom, and these young folks had a limo, right?
Huh?
They couldn't get out the parking
What?
lot because it was so packed. The police didn't like the fact that there was tint on the limo that they rented
Shut the door.
and ordered them out the
What
vehicle.
happened?
They didn't get out fast enough for the police.
What he
The
say?
police get agitated. When they did get out,
Huh?
they were all
Uh,
agitated. You know, like why you post our limo?
uh,
We paid for this, bro. What are you doing? We waiting to get up out of here. The police
right,
shot and killed one of the young people. You can look
right.
it up, fact check it. So in a day and age when police is busting their guns and shooting us and the whole nine, I'm saying this is a conversation that y'all should have.
I ain't even cracked it open. Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going on the fellas. Neither of these two dudes that I showed on the screen share protected her. The drug dealing dude didn't say, "Look, so this ain't for you. You ain't cut out for this." And the dude that was
Right.
with her, he was more interested. I don't know what he was doing. I mean, they wasn't nowhere near the bedroom. They just shot into the bedroom. If he'd have jumped on her and protected her, made sure she was straight first, she'd still be alive today. So what? I'd rather you bring my mom some flowers and say, that's the kind of son my mom deserves. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go to mom like I don't know what happened. I don't know where she was at in the house. I'm not trying to make them kind of excuses.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna make sure my loved ones is protected. I gotta get a head count. Where hey.
D Fran,
Hey,
what's
what's
happening,
good,
baby?
y'all? Everything's everything, man. Everything's beautiful. How y'all doing?
Where are you calling in again from? We got El Paso, Texas in the house, and Mass,
El
Wisconsin.
Pa-
Shout out to the
See,
whole
and I
608.
messed up. You said 9 o'clock, and I'm thinking 9 o'clock my time. I forgot. We in different time zones. My apologies.
Are we?
But
Is El Paso that far to the west?
it is, man. It's so if you trying to go from Dallas to California, El Paso's the halfway point.
El Paso.
Wow.
Crazy, it's crazy, crazy. But now look, we here now. Yeah, I'm in Mountain Time, so it's 9:03 my time, 10:03 your time.
Wow.
I wish it was 9 o'clock.
Well, yeah, that's why I always put the CST afterwards.
Right. But
So
regardless
look,
of,
check
I
it
had
out.
work, and man, work is work. It is what it is, though. But
Welcome to the show. So let me ask you this question. Okay. Shut the fuck up. All right. All right. So the people's choice already told us that he did love somebody once, but even if he didn't love a chick he was with, if the police or anybody starts shooting into the crib, he gonna make sure she's straight first. You are from a different generation.
Oh, what if I kicked him? Did he keep that? Because that was his kick.
That's that.
You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
God.
Oops. I'm saying because both of them was him. So when I kicked that one, it kicked both probably. I don't know. My bad. I mean, I didn't know it was gonna do that. If that's what happened, I don't know. His reception probably cut out. I don't know.
Ooh.
This is why I sip on my show, y'all.
Hey, I love y'all, man. But I had something planned tonight. I made my presence on the show. Hey, I hope they leave a mark. I'm gonna get with y'all
Keep it.
tomorrow.
Okay, my dude. Who fucks with me Friday? I see you Friday at 9:15. Let's go. Down Rico, everybody, the people's
Yeah,
choice. You
let's
heard
go.
it here first. All right. Do you know what the topic is for tonight, sir?
yes, sir. You know what? And it's pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. At the end of the day, that's tough. That's tough. I don't know a lot of people who can defend themselves from a police force, but not to say it's not doable, but you know that's tough. That's tough. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, Now, in the sense of protecting her, uh, what's on the police reports. Again, I'm a college student. I'm getting my political science degree with a minor in criminal justice. So the classes that I've had that talked about this as far as law have touched on this subject. And seeing the police report, seeing how things, objective things happen. First off, they weren't supposed to be in the house in the first place. Um, it was a wrong warrant issued to the wrong address by the judge. That was incompetence on their part, and they should go to jail for that. That's one thing I want to say. The second thing I
Now
want to
hold
say is,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on now.
go ahead.
How old are you again?
I'm 26.
Now you saying as a criminal justice major, did I hear that correctly?
Political science, criminal justice minor.
Okay, okay, okay. Now what you just said is they wasn't supposed to have been in the house in the first
Correct.
place.
Right.
Break
Correct.
that. Hold on, but I'm just saying that's break that down for the people that don't know
Okay,
that
so the
don't break that.
backstory
But
is
I'm saying you can't just say something like that on my show and not talk to the people who like. Well, we feel the same way, but why? If you have some extra knowledge or some extra study, you supposed to break that down, bro. Don't just say that. You know what I mean?
overstood, overstood. So uh, the 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 backstory is a judge issued a warrant for a house, pretty much a no knock warrant. This warrant was issued specifically for an address that they had already did investigations on. Um, what happened was they got the wrong address. It was not the right address. It was the wrong address. So when the police came to this door, this house, the adamancy, the aggression that they had, not to say that it was justified, but based off of the warrant, it was supposed to go down this way. Um, the judge, on his part, didn't put the right address. Now there's a case going on now saying that there's incompetence on the police officers' point, meaning that they got the wrong address. But if you look at the paperwork, the judge put the wrong address. So
How
that's
do
why
we
this
look
case.
at the paperwork? That's what we want to say. We do you want to see? I want to know where's the paperwork at?
So if you go in, I would say just Google. Google's not a, it's a search engine. It's not a correct, it's not an actual source. But let me, if I can go, because I just finished the semester. So if I can go back into my notes to my Microsoft Word and get the actual source, I'm gonna give that to you tomorrow, so that tomorrow, so maybe on the next podcast you can show that source. But yeah, that's what happened. It was incompetence on their part, um, to say the least. So I say that all to say, when you're talking about protecting someone, again, like, you're a black man, I'm a black man, and
I'm not black.
we
I was never black. Stop calling me black people. I never stopped being an African man. Whatever we call each other in Africa, that's what I am. The Europeans, because they don't have any pigmentation, really, to speak of. They say that about me. There's nothing about me that's black. Please let me nip that in the bud right now. I'm
okay.
an
So I nipped
African
that in the
man.
bud,
Never stop
but
being African, period.
I was going to the point of saying, being a man that wants to protect his, being a protector. Let me say that right.
All right.
You know what to look out for. If I have beef with anybody, if I have enemies with somebody, if I have any type of thing going on negatively, and I'm aware of that, then I know what to be aware of. Um, what I'm trying to say is the situation that happened to Brianna Taylor, I don't even think the men or the man who she was with at that time were aware of the enemies that are about to become. So to say that in the sense of, it becomes one of those things that our culture speaks about staying dangerous and things of that sort, regardless of if you don't know, if you do know. But that was a complete, in my opinion, just again, just doing the various homework I've done on it, the various, things I've done based off this topic, it's just one of those things that they got caught off guard, and you get caught off guard by trained people. And the thing about policemen is they're not taught to actually serve first. They're taught to shoot first. It's always a everything is dangerous all the time in every predicament.
Who are they taught to
That's
shoot first? Because you're not seeing European officers choking European citizens to death. Who are they taught to shoot for? Don't just say that.
So when I let me say this. Let me say this. I don't defend policemen, but I understand their job, and I understand that they're just regular people. The people who go to be policemen are the people that we went to school with that didn't know their purpose, like we talked about last podcast. Didn't know what they were going to do outside of high school. Didn't know. So they sought authority. They sought a power, maybe hypothetically, let's speak, and they became policemen. So what I'm trying to say is they don't really have a first thought or a free thought upon what's going on. They're just going to go by their training. And so the police training is literally every situation is dangerous. We'll shoot first and ask questions later. That's police training. And I'm not trying to defend them, not trying to justify the reasoning, things like that.
Don't say, hey,
what's up? Okay, so let me say this as well. I feel this, that when it comes to police work, there should be more black officers. Well, let's not say black. There should be more officers that look like us, that go into communities that look like us, so we know what to do. If that makes any sense.
From communities that come from communities that look like us.
Right. So you got suburban white, officers from like Plano, Texas, going into Oak Cliff, and then we trying to give them authority or justification to handle these people that they know nothing of.
Bro, you live in El Paso, Texas. You halfway to California. What you know about Oak Cliff?
Boss man, I'm from South Dallas. I moved out here because I had to stay away from South Dallas, if that makes any sense to you.
South Dallas, for those of you that don't know, is a creepy, scary place.
In Chicago.
I had an Airbnb in South Dallas. I had to carry my stuff in and out that bad boy every night I slept in there. I'm talking about, South Dallas is like 1945 Dallas. You know what I'm talking about? South Dallas is a trip. It is a trip. I feel you though, fam. Hey, look, let me tell you something. This is the real deal. Shout out to my cousin Spencer for joining the show. Welcome back, sir.
How's it going, cuz?
I convinced my cousin to get rid of that cricket service. Let's give him another hand of applause. Let it go.
I don't have a cricket phone.
Look, my man D Flan. Cousin Spencer, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay, so now we 47, 35, 20. Okay, we have a great menagerie of individuals here that we can really get some sisters. Y'all gonna get a lot out of this show. So y'all shoot this out to you friends that listen. They didn't protect her. I'm gonna go to the screen share right now, cousin Spencer. I want to discuss this in the real. If she was seeing two guys at the same time, when I read it and I wrote my book, African Messiah versus Government Scum, you see the book. Get the book, read the book. They describe it as if she was seeing two guys at the same time. My man gave us some different information. I never heard that. Have you ever heard that? I never heard that. And I did research. I put it in my book.
I know they said they went to the wrong house, but I didn't know about the judge putting the wrong address and all that.
Okay. So at the time, it's ongoing information coming out. That's how they play us, y'all. They take our lives and they start spilling stuff out to make it seem like, oh, somebody messed up. Oh, we'll
like with Michael Brown, they were doing the same thing with you. They didn't tell us stuff till like years later that they had on camera.
The most prolific caught on tape spillage of police doing that was Daquan Smith, Daquan something. Watch 16 shots, something like that. The stories about Chicago, the police shooting. Watch that. That's on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna show it to you. It's deep. Period. What I'm saying right now here is though, the way when I at the time when I wrote the book African Messiah versus Government Scum, the information that was out there, like you said, Google it, D-Flan, the information that was out there, Cousin Spencer, made it seem like she was seeing two guys at the same time. They didn't expect her to be with somebody else because she was visiting. If you read the information, she was still actively visiting while he was being investigated. This guy I'm going to show you in a second. So they were hoping maybe he would have been in there, but they had no idea that it was going to be a different guy for whatever reason.
I thought it was her husband.
No, they wasn't married. So they're investigating the ex over drugs and didn't know that that was her ex until a guy that was her current boyfriend or the current guy she was in bed with was put like that, was shooting back at him. All right. This is what they look like. I'm about to screen. And then we're gonna talk about how we know the ins and outs of how we need to as man. I'm calling men out. Look, I went hard on the sisters, didn't I say, last month. So I'm giving it to the brothers, man. Bottom line. So we're gonna look at it. All right. Bam. So the first thing now I'm sharing this right here. So the first thing that I did was I typed in name of Brianna's. Let me fix that right now since I know how to spell it. All right. So I'm just saying. So the first thing I typed in was name of Brianna's boyfriend that was shooting at the police. They gave me Kenneth, whatever his name was. Then I typed this in, right? It was under investigation. They gave us this thing right here. So I want y'all to look at it because it gives us both. This guy was in the house. He's alive. She's dead. Problem. This guy wasn't in the house, but he was the reason they were at the house. He's alive. She's dead. Problem. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. So, fellas, talk to me. Have you ever loved a woman enough that if bullets start flying in the house, instead of you freaking out, you gonna make sure she's okay first, or do you have to? Is it your standard operational procedure to make sure with every chick you with, even if you just married that night, that you gonna make sure she's straight first? Yeah. Talk to me.
Yes, you're supposed to make sure the any female you with, as a man, you obligated to protect what could be yours or what is yours. That's just plain and simple. As a man, if bullets flying through a place, I'm pushing her out the way, making sure she undercover.
Hold on. So what about these guys?
They're a bunch for the other guy, because I'm assuming when she was laying down and sleeping, she got hit with the bullet, and he jumped up and he just started firing after that.
Nah,
but
she got shot 6 times. It wasn't just one bullet, bro. Like one bullet.
I know. I said she got the brunt of it because the bullets were flying through. But like, if they was like both laying down sleeping and bullets flying through, and she got hit like that right away, and he just eventually jumped up.
He was shooting. They had to clear him of attempted murder. He was
asleep.
Yeah, they was asleep when they.
If you like,
they waking up out your sleep.
I'm just
y'all agreeing with me. He reached for his gun instead of covering their sister up.
Of course he did. He should have reached for her, threw her down, then pulled that
I get the narrative you trying to portray, but that's a dangerous situation. That in the sense of you can't.
This will be my first podcast where I say
ain't no shame to the game, man. The bullets is bullets. Them things fly so fast. You can't really react unless you know what's going on.
Hey, I'm gonna explain this to you. Cause I'm gonna explain this to you. When bullets get to flying, reactions of people do change because it's a different situation, and everybody don't react the same. They do not. It ain't like most people who program to that stuff and used to it. They know what to do in those situations. A lot of people don't because they probably wasn't used to it.
We in the bed, right? You lean over that way. Lean over. You sleep. I'm sleep. Somebody just bust in, start shooting. You gonna try to cover me instead of getting your gun to try to shoot at them?
What I'm saying is, I'm supposed to, like my cousin say, as a man, make sure you're straight first.
First.
What's the sense in me going and handling a situation, not knowing that you good first?
But if
Yep.
we both get shot up, who is anybody helping?
Mm.
If you got a gun sitting right there on the dresser.
Did him shooting one time stop her from getting shot six?
But
Again, they shot first, man.
at least he attempted. Like
They
now, if
shot
he didn't
first.
shoot at all and he just sat there and both of them got shot up and they both would have died, I'm just saying, would that have been better for both of them to die? Because I'm just saying.
Listen to what he's saying. Say it again, D-Fan.
I said they shot first. So in a sense of defense mechanism, I think where you coming from is at that time you're supposed to make sure your lady is safe. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But you
Um,
sleep. You.
right, and
I
that's
don't
where
know
I'm
how
coming
long
from.
they were
I
asleep, but
don't
if
feel
you in
like
a
in
deep
this
sleep and
case it's
somebody
a
shooting,
reasonable case to in a sense compare because this case is just different. You know what I'm saying? Again,
This ain't the 1920s, D-Flan. We ain't all
this
sitting in
is
the same
oh
room. Hold on, we ain't all sitting
nah.
in the
It's
same room.
again. Look, like I told you
So
earlier, as a
I
grown
might
man
not
to
be
another
able to
grown
do
man,
anything. I
if
might
I
not
know I
be
got
able.
ops, if I know I got beef with somebody, I know exactly how to handle myself. If I don't know about these people as far as these cops, it's just a way of going about it. Again, like I said, I'm from South Dallas. Like even when I take a girl home or what I'm saying, I'm always worried because these women set niggas up. Excuse my language, but that's what they do. So when you know what you handling with, it's always a mindset of okay, this is what I need to do, so I got to do. But I feel like in this situation, regardless of what this man does, I don't think he was expecting that. You feel I'm coming from? Again, they weren't even supposed to be there. This is something that like just happened. I'm sure bullets flew. I'm sure his whole thing was defend, and I get where you coming from. Yeah, like I'm supposed to make sure y'all straight. But in the day, if I get shot and I'm killed, and they there for the whole house, what 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 did I actually do? I died
Hold
off and
on,
I'm dead.
hold on. Now look, cousin Spencer, we
Yeah.
heard you out, D-Flan. We heard you out. This is my point right here. Say,
oh,
are we together?
yeah.
So if we fall asleep after the podcast, and someone
Right
start,
after the podcast. Oh, I'm just. it's
how embarrassing.
it's late.
He act
If
like
we
no everybody didn't work 11-hour shift. You know what I'm saying? We all work hard.
if but this is important. Ain't nobody
It is.
ain't nobody on these pop relationship podcasts keeping it gully. They're not. They're doing you got twerking, you got laughing, you got ridiculous topics. Ain't nobody talking about what's real. Men, are we gonna protect our women or not? So what I'm getting ready to say is, Shay, are we together? So if something happens to you, it should happen to me, right?
Ooh.
What?
Like people shooting in.
Well, if I get shot, you should get shot.
If somebody's shooting in the house, it's my responsibility. But the young man 25 says protect and provide. My cousin, he's in the middle. He's 30. He said protect and provide. So everybody can protect and provide,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So
To your ability.
so if danger, tornado, fire, flood, shooting, make sure the women and the children get safe best as you can. They're in the same room, sleeping in the same bed door. Then they start kicking the door, start shooting. No knock warrant. If my first thing to do in my mind is grab my gun, not your gun, because if you had one, you'd have grabbed your gun with open shooting. I grab my gun and start addressing the threat that's coming without any mindset about whether your exposure, are you okay or none of that. I'm talking about my first responsibility as the man in the house and of the house. Even if it's your crib and I'm just visiting you. While I'm there, I'm the man. I'm supposed to make sure you straight.
Come on, go.
So let's keep it 100. Let's stop. Let's get around all the excuses. When I read this, let's go back. Let's go back. Look, let's go to the. All I can do is read the reports. All right. I want y'all to look at this. I want you to read the reports. All right. We're gonna read the reports. All right. Now here we go. I'm gonna share this. All right. Y'all ready for this? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, Jody? Come on over here and jump on here with us. We screen sharing.
Exclusive interview with Brianna Taylor's boyfriend. His name is Kenneth Walker. Now, he was with Taylor when she was killed by Louisville police officers on March 13th. He told us that they were in bed watching a movie when police raided the apartment as part of the...
Pause it!
Wasn't sleep.
Pause it. Pause it.
I'm thinking they was sleep.
You see what I'm saying? Y'all making all these excuses for him. And here it is. Fam was supposed to make sure she was straight. And he did.
So they was up and alert. Mimi, he finna send you a link. Come on live with us on the YouTube.
Yeah, you want to know what you have to say about this.
That makes me prove my point that he was a coward.
I didn't know that they was up. I thought they was asleep.
Look, I'm telling you, I wrote the whole book. I wrote the book on this joint. What I'm saying to you, I wrote the book. Stop it. I wrote the book. Y'all have to get the book African Messiah versus Government Scum. I'm trying to lead y'all somewhere. I'm trying to bless y'all. I just shot it to her.
She said, I can't. My hair is all over the place. Okay, well, just come on and have it on the black screen, but we can still hear you talk.
Well, put on a hat. She do it all the time.
Really?
Shots fired. Man down.
So just click on that little link at the bottom.
So look. Listen to me, ladies. I'm going in on the fellas. African women, even the one I'm sitting next to, especially the one I'm sitting next to, I want y'all to know. I'll be on there. I'll be having the. I'm pretty sure I was there, everybody. Okay. So, African women, this is a moment. Cousin Spencer.
He sent it to you on Instagram.
D. Flan. Look. Our women, Shay, y'all deserve a man that has the mentality. It's not going to happen to you. If I'm there, it's not going to happen to you without happening to me first. If you didn't know, I don't be sitting around here, you messing with lames, I'm not going to sit around here and say that, but this is not what's in my head.
But you know, bullies don't have names. So
if it goes through me and goes through you too, I just ask you, are we together?
Yeah.
But I'm not talking to, big mom. I'm not finna, that's not gonna be the case. I don't got a mark on me. You got 6 bullets. That's not a conversation I'm willing to have. Now, if you say, You know, Miss.
Hold up. I didn't mean to laugh, but damn. Okay. Damn. You know we're not supposed to be cussing. We're not supposed to be cussing.
I'm just saying, my mom deserves a son to
That's a
know
good point.
I date
That's a
African women.
good point.
I date
That's a good
African.
point.
This is a sister that she deserves you to come talk to her and say that when everything would jumped off, Mrs. Wright, this is what he did, X, Y, and Z. That's why I'm alive. That's the son my mama deserves. I'm not going to make excuses to my mama or your mama for why you didn't make it. Let's continue listening to his nonsense. You say, is it Kyle? We're gonna find out. How you do it like this? Let's go.
Narcotics investigation that was targeting her ex-boyfriend. We should point out that Kenneth Walker and Brianna Taylor do not have a criminal history, and no illegal drugs were found in that home. We went to Louisville over the weekend to talk with Kenneth Walker about that night.
To the world, just a hashtag, a picture, and all of that. But to me, it was much more. More than a girlfriend, too. I think that's what I want the world to know the most. That was my best friend. The most important person.
I got 3 best friends. One's more of an older brother. Curtis Brown, Lana Payton, and CJ McDavid. Right? I don't know if you have a best friend, D Flan. What's your name? I don't know if any of y'all have best friends, but you can't tell me that the stuff jump off and you're not in it with them 10 toes down.
Kobe.
The funny thing is,
you're not telling me that you're gonna go tell his mama, oh, when it jumped off, I guess I was just quicker than him. I got behind the car. You know, you can't tell me that. It was 20 guys trying to fight us, and when I got knocked out or they was hold me, I couldn't help it.
No, you can tell me that.
He just said she was his best. I love you, Shay. You're not my best. I'm just saying we haven't even reached that point. It's only been a year. We haven't reached that point yet. I wanted to be like that. I asked for that. I can't even say that. Fam talking about that was his best friend, fam. That's a huge statement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unless the definition of best friends is watered down in Kentucky, it definitely is a different definition in South Side of Madison, Wisconsin, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Homewood. I'm saying the definition of best friend is definitely different. I don't know about El Paso or South Dallas. I don't know about Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I would assume in Milwaukee, it has to be different.
I thought that was in Houston.
Huh?
I thought that was in Houston.
This is the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This podcast is the Dallas-Fort Worth original.
Oh, I'm talking about something completely different. My bad. Ignore me. I apologize.
Oh no, they're in Lexington, somewhere in Kentucky. I think it's Lexington.
Okay.
The point I'm trying to make is it ends up sounding sickening once you put it in contrast to what I'm saying, doesn't it? He looked like a lame. I don't know the guy. I haven't talked to him personally. We see him on TV. I don't see tears. I don't see really any real, like for me, if I came that short, every time I mention my best, it ain't no real, it looks almost scripted.
Yep.
Right. I agree. I was gonna say this. I was like, I don't know any type of man that has a female best friend. You know what I'm saying? Unless you actually, they're at that point. But I can be like, oh, that was my best friend. You know what I mean? Like I don't see that. But carry on. My apologies.
Nah, I mean, Cousin Spencer, this is your show now. I mean, I feel you, bro.
Hey, look, for an example, this ain't even an example. This actually happened. Like some years ago when I was still married or whatever, me and my wife went out. Like we met my sister and her friends at a club or whatever downtown. I guess a fight broke out. As soon as the fight broke out, what I did, I put my wife behind me, I put my sister behind me, everybody behind me. If something gonna happen, they're gonna have to hit me first. My instinct was to protect them. I said, y'all got to get out of the way because they acting stupid. I'm pushing them back. So that man's instinct should have grabbed her, threw her out the way. In my eyes, that man was a coward and he a liar.
What's he lying about?
The fact that he didn't protect her. He's saying that it's his best friend. Obviously not, because you ain't making it seem that way. Y'all sitting there chilling. Y'all sitting there chilling, watching a movie, and somebody kicking your door. You ain't think to throw her down, like, hey, get out the way. I want to see is that I would have charged in at the person making sure she's okay first. I'm charging at them after I'm moving her out the way.
You're not wrong. You're right on that point.
Hold on, y'all. Mimi.
Is
Go
it-
to your messages on Instagram. He just sent you a link.
Excuse
Click on
me.
that link and come on to YouTube with us.
Ain't excuse my language on this, but ain't no way in hell a man should not be able to protect his woman at any point in time. I don't care who you are. As a man, you should be able to allow to protect your woman in any situation.
Well,
you know what? I think this thing. I apologize for interrupting, but I don't even think they were boyfriend and girlfriend. I feel like that was just a narrative that came to be just to make sure that it wasn't
What I said,
deemed upon her as
that's not the
right,
ex, though,
or
everybody. I showed y'all earlier in the show the ex was the other guy that they were
well, I mean,
investigating.
let's just say what exactly what it was. She went over there probably to get some dick, probably to, you know what I'm saying, have a good night, whatever. Boom. They had a mutual understanding. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a mutual understanding what it was. They watched the movie, Netflix and chilling. You know what I mean?
But doesn't
And
that make
so
it worse? The bell means stop.
it makes it and I'm answering your question. It makes it in a sense of understanding what we were talking about, you know, the past podcast. And I see how you like to link everything together. You're very beautifully smart, man. I'm understanding your intellect now, and I really respect it.
Somebody we have a binge watcher. This my first Euromess binge watcher. That's what give a round of applause, everybody. That man's finally finally somebody's putting it together. Finally somebody
obviously, you know, they were together for the wrong reasons at that moment. And so when you are there with someone in that wrong moment, there aren't really the greatest intentions for each other. You feel I'm coming from? He probably just wanted to get what he wanted to get, you know, probably in the morning as well, and let her go on her way. He didn't really, his first instinct, the reason why he didn't protect her while she got 6 bullets and he got none, is because he didn't want to be her provider, protector in the first place. Again, you know what I mean? Again, she was just there.
Rico said that you can love somebody and be selfish. So, ladies, hold on. What is this week called, D-Flan? You know.
Sleeping with the enemy?
Sleeping with the what? Sleeping
with the guy, with the enemy, you know what I mean? I'm hearing you.
Ladies, why are you allowing yourself to lay down, spread your legs, make kids for the end? I'm talking about I'm not coming for y'all. Clearly, I'm exposing the brothers, period. Because A, it has to stop. B, someone has to lead, right? Unity, I said my very first show, I'll say it now. In 180 episodes. Unity is now is now accessible to us as a people because the leadership has returned. Right? I'm telling you right now, ladies, he's bogus. He's a lame. He's not worth anything if he's with you even for just that night and stuff pop off. and you find yourself dead, and that man at the club or back with baby mama or whatever the next day, the next night. I'm just saying, consider your decision making about the guys that you're dealing with. Please. Sleeping with the enemy. I thought about this for a long, hard time. Women, sisters especially, y'all have a legitimate beef. I'm not talking about the whining, crying, and complaining. In the case of Brianna Taylor, may she rest in peace, dear Lord. Y'all have a legitimate beef. Because we knew that these Europeans is raping and stealing and killing our people. We knew that. But what this situation highlights is that we are failing our women in a major way. Somewhere there's a Klansman or a Nazi skinhead preaching this the other way. Look at them darn there niggers. They don't care about their own.
Hey, cuz.
Go ahead.
On that note, like with that, you got to remember some of those cops were white supremacist participants. So of course they eager to go out into these neighborhoods just to shoot up black people and get away with it. I can't say black people, you know, like the African American community. They just love to shoot up. They love to shoot up our community.
But what I'm saying is, African women, you have a legitimate beef. If you run to the European, at least because just of the color of his skin, you got protection. Hold on. I have a sister who's married to a European. I have a brother that's wifed up but not married to a European, right? And what I'm telling you is, my younger brother said they got put over by the police, and he felt non-threatened because of the European in the car with him.
What?
Now, many of you are like, that might make them more mad. Nah, they don't act out in front of their own.
So you saying we just gotta have somebody in the car with us?
Always keep your white friend around.
I can't make this up, everybody. This is what I deal with. I just said what I said. I said my brother reported to me, he lives in California, that he got pulled over and he felt very relaxed because his girl is European. And true to form, the officer may have come at him a certain kind of way or been a certain kind of way, but there was a limit because of the European in the vehicle.
Interesting.
Let me say this. I don't fully 100% agree with that. I feel like when it comes to these cops, like I said, me studying what I'm studying now, you have cops who've never been around black people. You have cops who have been probably just in their own area, in their environment. Now they have to deal with us. They don't know how to deal with our anger. Like, again, other races love our love. Like, when black people are loving, we are the most loving people on the earth. This is why it's our earth. It's all of our earth. But this is why we're the originators. And I'm a true believer of that. But when we get ugly, you know what I mean? When black people get ugly, when we get, you know, animosity, something like that, black people know how to handle it, but other races, they don't know how to handle that. So again, when I say as far as the training that the cops go through, they automatically think negative. They automatically think this is going to go south. That's their first like reaction in their brain. When I say this is that may not be it, what I'm trying to come from is maybe he was just so comfortable that the cop didn't have to be tensed up. If that makes any sense. Our energy is very vibrant, and we have to understand that as black people. I'm not saying that every white person ain't looking out to kill us, because some of them kind of are. But I'm saying the majority of cops that are out there, I feel like they just want to go home. You know what I'm saying? They just want to do their paperwork and get to the crib. So the fact that he felt that way, he probably felt that way, and the cop read his energy, and then that's what happened. In my personal belief, and that's kind of how I feel. I mean, I feel like these people, and I say these people, I mean cops, bro. They really aren't that smart to even like have a type of like nuance against people who look like me and you. In a lot of ways, they think we're the same in the sense of like we're all citizens of America, whatever the hell that means. Excuse my language. But I feel like as black people, we kind of put that on ourselves. Like, yeah, let me date this, you know. And I know I'm switching the subject, and I do apologize, but I feel like we do that to ourselves. I'm in a white neighborhood, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I work with a lot of white people, I'm good. I got a white girlfriend, I'm good. I got a white boyfriend, I'm good. Um, I guess that's a perspective and a nuance that we portray ourselves. And then as far as being that type of uh, again, that humbleness or the humility that we have when we carry that with us, that's really all on us. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like he didn't do anything because there was a European woman in the car. I just felt like he felt like that man was just so comfortable that like he knew that he wasn't a threat, and then that was that. And I don't think you can really compare, you know what I'm saying, the two situations because those are two different situations, in my humble opinion.
All
Um,
right. All right. Hold on. That was a good point that you just made. Finally, you talking sense. And I think you're
Really?
you said finally. All
no,
right,
no,
say less.
well, I mean, look, hey, cousin Spencer, cousin Spencer.
Yeah.
Would you agree with this next statement? I want to know because you know you in the middle of the pack. So I say you can teach an old dog new tricks. So the old saying is wrong. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but you can't teach a new dog old ones.
That's actually it's actually true, actually.
These young people are insulating themselves against historical wisdom and knowledge. They are actually believing that they're making up new knowledge and new information, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you, D. Flan? Nah, you
Yep.
are a legitimate panel man. Ask you one question though. You use the
Yeah.
word black interchangeably. I get it. That's all you heard. So can I ask, are you a Negro?
Shit. At the end of the day, look, I'm
No,
running
no,
my
no. I'm
fast,
just.
I'm
I mean,
running everything.
I'm just saying. It's not about how you feel or nothing. I'm just. Do you
Is
believe that
is,
you're a
is my
Negro?
skin is my do I believe I'm a Negro? I don't. I believe my name is Demetrius Flanagan and that's who I am personally. As far as whatever title I have, as far as like subtly, that's up to the person who has an interaction with me, how they think who I am, and then I'm going to prove them right.
I
That's
asked the
how I
question
view
wrong.
things.
My bad. My bad. I wasn't specific enough. If someone referred to you, if Shay was like, Taibu, that's a cool young Negro. Would you accept that?
Mm, again, like I said, if that's how you portray me on a personal level, that's up to you. I will then correct you, but that is what that is. Again, I am seen as a Negro. If I when I do the census, I'm Black African American, whatever that means. That's that. But as far as individuality, nah, man, I'm a man, bro. My name is Demetrius Flanagan. You know where I'm coming from. That's how I view myself.
So when you apply for a job, if the box didn't say black, if it said Negro, would you check the box?
I would not check the box if it said Negro. No.
I will be other.
Okay. Well, no, we're not. We're not. If we're all looking, look, bro. Until you get the book and start reading this series, if you read the first book, A Clean Break for Positive Social Progress, if you read the first book, I break down how silly it is to use the word nigga or Negro. right?
Right, and I
Because when
agree. I agree.
because we, I'm talking about for ourselves. So what happened real quick was we came and we were washed and prepped in the islands where all the Spanish people lived. They were the like the gatekeepers and the herders of African people down there. The Europeans let the Europeans didn't want to touch us. Remember, they didn't want to have no real connection with us. What do Latinos do right now? I mean, they do all the jobs no one wants to do to this day. Am I wrong? I
I
mean,
want to check
go
your
shake your
history
head.
on that. I
Shake
want
your
to.
head like this.
Can I check?
Don't
Can
say
I?
hold on. I'm making a point of saying go like this if you agree, or go like this if you don't agree. Right now, to this day, you can pick up a Latino over on what's huh on Cooper and take him here do a job no one else wants to do, right? So I'm saying back in them days, the slave days, the Europeans come through the islands, they drop them off, let the Spaniards in the islands do whatever they do to get them ready. The Spanish word for black, which is how they saw us. The Spaniards are brown skinned. The Europeans is pale skinned. We black. We straight from the motherland. We dark as night, midnight. So they refer to us in their word for black, which is Negro. The uneducated European male man and woman just took Negro and turned it to nigger. They hear these Spanish people speaking and they say Negro, Negro, Negro. To them, that's nigger. So all you're saying, whether you say black, Negro, or nigger, is you're referring to the color of your skin. What it does is it
I want
completely
to.
wipes out your heritage as an Asiatic African man or woman. That's all it does. It wipes it completely out. So stop
I
identifying
want
by it, please.
to.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
So
Cub Spencer.
I said again. I don't identify none of those things.
Go ahead, real quick.
When people don't realize when the white man used the word nigga, it wasn't in the form of using it as say referring to us as black as ignorant. They was actually using it as calling us like if they was for excuse my language, it was calling us a bitch. And that's why they use that term when they if you ever understood when when a white man would say it like no matter where he'll go, he'll always be a nigga, or saying it like that because he was basically saying he'll be just somebody's bitch.
All right, D Flan, you go ahead. It's your turn.
So I want to say this that not all black people came from Africa. There was a lot of black people who are already here in the Americas. Um, that's truth. That's fact. Just because 1492 came and slavery started, don't mean that's when the first blacks came here. No, there were already black people here. A lot of black people have indigenous or they call us Native American, whatever, roots in the sense of a lot of us didn't come from a ship, man. If anything, if you look at the history, a lot of us were shipped out more than people were shipped in. So there's a lot more export than there was import when it comes to the Americas. So you have to ask yourself, how can you export more than import more? And then how can we say that we came from Africa when more of us were exported than imported? That's a big question. So I want to say that first. Second, when it comes to the word black, Negro, nigga, nigger, whatever, um, all these words just have derivatives, and words are just words in the sense of people use them how they want to use it. Again, uh, negus was a term used for kings. Um, at the end of the day, that had nothing to do with the color black or the word negro. You know what I'm saying? And then we come across, and then they make their own derivative words. Again, even nowadays in 2022, we have our own derivative words that don't even mean nothing, but we make meaning into them. And so that's just human nature. You can't really derive from, oh, they said this, they said that, and then put it all together. When a lot of times, bro, a lot of things don't even make sense because we don't even know. We don't even make sense of it. We make our own sense of it at the time being, and then that's that. That's just how human nature is. So I want to say that first. Second, as far as the topic we were talking about, as far as how you view yourself as a person, as far as how you view yourself in this world, there's black people who've been more prosperous. There's black families, I should say, and I'm using the word black because they look like us, and that's wrong. But there's families that look like us who have been prosperous in America since America started, who have been in the root of when America started. Um,
Okay.
and that's that. They don't look at race. They don't look at things that the regular person looks at because they look at human beings being human beings. Now we can look at other human beings demeaning us because of these list of facts, things of that sort. But like I said in the day, when somebody comes at me and tells me I'm this and that, I look at them like, no, my name's Demetrius, my last name is Flanagan. You respect me as such. If you can't, you either call me D or you call me my right name D Flan. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain way and a certain what I want to say, a seance that is human beings that we decide to go upon, but it's just which one we choose. So I don't give meaning to those words like you said earlier. Like those words don't mean anything to me at all. Because there's a very very rich man that looks like us, and then there's very poor man that looks like us as well. What's the difference? The only difference is decisions. And so I go back to saying to as far as this government and
Ray.
this
All right. So look,
this
that being said, give me 1 second. That being said, give me 1 second. If you look at the screen share I'm showing you right now, it says that you have definitions of black that talk about the color, right? It relates it to various populations and groups of African ancestry, dark pigmentation. You come on down here, what's it start saying? Dirty, soils, hands black with grime, right? Evil, wicked, black deed. There's no way around it, bro. In the English language, black means negative stuff. No. Don't hold on. I heard you out, bro. This is what I'm saying. You young, see young people. That's what I'm saying. You can't teach a new dog old tricks, bro. Y'all don't want to hear nothing. Y'all want to reinvent the wheel. There's no way around it.
No, I'm hearing you out. I'm not saying that it wasn't negatively put.
Okay,
go ahead.
So look. That's why I don't accept that label. Not from you, not from them, not from no one. When I changed my name to Taibu Muad'Dib from John Franklin Wright Jr., that was a big moment for me. Why, as a conscious free man, am I carrying the name of slave owners? And without romanticizing, with many of you slave-minded don't realize that one family didn't just own your people. Y'all was just think about the shoe resale business right now. 14 different people own them pair of Jordans. They never wore them, but they would change a bunch of different hands, right? So what I'm saying is, you were a Moses, you were a Brown, you were a McKenzie. The last family that owned the person that gave you that name right there, that's whose name you have. Over 400 years, how many different people, families own one of your ancestors? So what I'm saying.
Correction, my family was never slaves. I want to say that right now. My family is never slaves. My last name is Flanagan. It's Irish. I come from black Irishmen. That's where I come from. They came straight from Ireland after the potato famine to here to America. They're twin brothers. One was named Flanagan as well. Both their names was Flanagan. The one is spelled like a house spelled, moved to Texas. And if you see all the weird derivations of Flanagan, that's because the albino brother who portrayed himself as white moved to California. And so that's why you have white people with the last name Flanagan. but my family's never a slave. I just want to say that.
How many Europeans have you met named Dikembe Olumo or
None.
Taibu Muadi? No, I don't want to hear that, bro. Forget the excuses. How many Europeans have you met with the name Shakira, you know what I'm saying, Malute?
Well, I mean, they're Europeans now.
Nah, man.
If they
I'm
decide
saying
to
this from me
be
6 years
us,
old. I want you to come at me and shoot me the information. As soon as you meet a European with an indigenous Swahili or Yoruba name, then holler at me. I was
well,
training.
I'm trying to say is, I'm
Hold
defending
on,
my name. I'm
no.
not defending any other name. I'm defending my name. I don't know about anybody else. I know about myself though.
You
That's
don't,
where I'm
because
coming
you didn't
from.
give it. You don't, because you didn't give it to you.
No, well, I'm telling you where it came from. I come from a lineage of black men named Flanagan, all the way dating back to, I believe, 1862. And this is my history because I know my history. I did my research because I want to know my name. My name means red man, means red pigmentation. It's not a European, it's not a white man's name. That's what it means. That's what Flanagan means. It means red ruby, red man. Now, Demetrius may be a white name, maybe Greek, it's in the Bible, whatever. But Flanagan, no, man, that's my name. I come from black Irish men. That's where I come from.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and everybody has a voice on the show. So you rock with that. You don't appear to be a Flanagan to me, but if that's what makes you comfortable and that's what you want to stick with, hey, more power to you. I didn't become conscious until I was like 40. Huh?
I know. I
Say it
said
again.
overstood.
Yeah, I didn't become conscious until I
Overstood.
was like 41 myself. So I was in the dark for a long time. So I don't fault you that stick to that strongly. I was John Franklin Wright Jr. on the books all the way up until 2020. I was born in 1975. It took me that long to mentally get myself out of slavery. So I'm not going to knock you for that. Hold that down, Mr. Flanagan.
No, I mean,
Look,
I've always thought my name was white. That's why T, but like I've always thought my name was white until ninth grade year. I had a lady named Bessie Flanagan substitute my English class,
I
and
do
she
not
told
know
me
what
my
my
heritage.
I
I
don't
went
know
to
what
my
my
great
cousin
aunt.
does. Like if you see how that does. Like my cousin to come on. Like I don't know if his cuz get a look.
What I told him, I wonder, are you by a fan or something?
Nah, we gonna start a GoFundMe page to get my cousin another phone because he's a dad. He's a good dude. Obviously he's struggling. He probably got an iPhone 8 or something like
He's
that.
struggling. You got a 7.
But my phone don't do that. If I went live right now on YouTube with my phone, my 7 wouldn't do that.
Anyways, I'm thinking you buy a fan or something. The fan.
Like earlier when I was on my same thing. So it's something with this phone in general. I don't know what it is.
My bad. I had given them credit for getting rid of that cricket. Taibu Muad'Dib right here. So look, regards to everything else, we have to know ourselves, know what we're made of, and they have to know. They have to know that we are going to protect our women and our children. But we agree with that, everybody? All right.
You didn't even do my right or wrong. I'm taking all of the night and stuff.
Coming up tomorrow, y'all know we gonna go to the anthem. I'm sorry.
Well, just do a. It's not even. It's just like a.
Oh man.
I'm just saying you done did everything else.
So she'll hold the show hostage and not show up when she pissed at me. But now we better do her right or something because she's here. All right, we gonna. Nah. It's all good. Is everybody down to hear Shades Right or Wrong segment? Let me know. Otherwise, I'll kick off the show right now. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. They like, yeah, kick her off. Let's go.
We ain't say nothing. That's all you.
Bottom. All right.
Really?
Brittany Griner.
210. Well, I mean 110.
Okay, what's the right or wrong segment about right now?
110. Just go and play it. But share it.
110. Mine. You said 210 to 110.
110. Dang.
I'm gonna get it there first before I share it. What?
Cause you take for days.
Help. It's your computer, bogus computer that you look on all kind of online porn.
What? No.
All right. I'm gonna screen share if y'all can check it out. The right or wrong segment that we're gonna get it popping. Let's go. My man was having all kind of issue. Let's go. He had no idea what's going on with this.
Let me see.
I'm losing viewership.
Whatever.
Breaking news this morning.
Okay, we're gonna start it with one.
WNBA star Brittany Griner is on her way home to the United States.
She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home.
Griner released as part of a one-for-one prisoner swap with Russian Victor Bout, an international arms dealer with suspected ties to Russian intelligence, who was serving a 25-year sentence in the U.S. President Biden tweeting out these photos with Griner's wife Sherelle, Vice President Harris, and Secretary of State Antony Blinken. They're in the Oval Office as they spoke to Griner on the phone. Just moments ago, President Biden addressing the nation.
I'm glad to be able to say that Brittany's in good spirits. She's relieved to finally be heading home.
Sherelle also joining the president at the podium.
Today's just a happy day for me and my family, so I'm going to smile right now.
9 months ago, Griner was arrested at a Moscow airport for carrying vape cartridges containing hash oil. The seven-time All-Star admitted to mistakenly putting 2 cartridges in her luggage, but also providing documents showing she had a prescription from an American doctor. A Russian court sentencing her to 9 years, and she was recently transferred to a Russian penal colony. In May, Sherelle Griner.
Okay, my question is, do y'all feel that it's right for them to have her sentenced for 9 years for not even I think it wasn't even a gram of the hash or whatever it was, but then y'all trade in a arms dealer that has 25 years that y'all just give him back to Russia, like, here, take him, and you know what I'm saying? 9 years for not even less than a gram.
Wow.
And y'all just throw somebody away. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, somebody can kill somebody and get out before she can get out. I don't get it.
So no, it says he has a Southern muted.
Oh, okay.
So wow. I think that it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Grab an African person up in Russia so we can get our guy back. They're clearly, I mean, let's look at possession versus possession with intent. If the Russian government felt like she intended to sell drugs in their country, that'd be one thing. Clearly, she just a weed smoking basketball player. So that doesn't mean she took that. So I'm just speaking the fact. She's just a weed smoking basketball player, prescription or not. What I'm saying is 9 years sentence. She was given that much, not because of any kind of severity of a crime, right? Because the crime should fit the punishment, right?
No, they just
the crime should fit the punishment. No, they sent her through some kind of kangaroo court trial. It happens over here. So all you African people now know the Russian Europeans is the same as the American Europeans. They will put you through a kangaroo court trial. They'll hit you with charges. They'll trump them up. Basically, in Russia, you get hit with the crack law.
Yeah. Technically, Russia's considered Asia, so they're technically Asians.
So she got hit with the crack, the Russian /Asian version of the crack law. but clearly, yes, they definitely did that to have leverage. So shout out to Brittany Griner and her family for getting her freedom back, and even even those political.
She was over there since
African athletes should never go to Russia.
10 months.
My sister and her European husband lived in Africa for some time. She studied the language over there abroad. Didn't have no problem with that European. Yep, had one problem. Because best didn't have no problem with the European. No problem. Internationally, and this is why you see Louis V Global. In 2023, we're going to conglomerate our money. We're going to have a full financial ecosystem and build our own communities and have our own nation. That's the only way we're going to be recognized, and that stuff stop happening. Period. African people from America have no advocacy of record that's meaningful. Period. Now, you think Russia's going to hold an athlete that's professional from Zimbabwe? That country ain't going. Nigeria? That country ain't going. Brittany Griner is as a no ethnicity, no culture having regular black person from America. No one really gave a truck.
They didn't really care because she was. One thing about Russia, they don't like in their country, they don't like homosexual people. They can't say they don't really like blacks because they did have blacks in their country, and they just kicked them all out when that war started.
That what I'm saying to you, bro, is where her advocacy had to come through us waiting for who? The Europeans to get her out. We had no way of being like, hold on, you can't hold our sister like that. Period.
Exactly.
Because it was never legit, man. Never.
No.
All right.
They were trying to negotiate what they wanted to do. The government was already negotiating, trying to get back another person before Brittany Griner even got caught. So they used that as another whole leverage so they could keep the other person.
If you're managing a large team and complex projects, I recommend trying Sun.
My bad. Go ahead. My bad.
They was trying to negotiate getting two people back to send that one person back to them. They was like, no, you either get one or you're not getting none. That's what Putin said. So he still wanted to hold the other American soldier there, saying he was there doing espionage, which is not true.
In some kind of political stunt, the bottom line comes down to is you American niggas ain't nothing nowhere across the globe right now. Because you call yourself black, because you identify with Irish black. My young dude, he cooled him up. He threw me with that one. Like, am I listening to this? Like, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Technically, Pinkston's last name is actually Irish, actually, too.
What I'm saying to all of you is,
yeah, I know.
At some point, look, by choice or by force, assimilating to the people in power is assimilating to the people in power. Period. By choice or by force. If he goes all the way back past them being in Ireland, where do we come from? A place where Irish or whatever wasn't even spoken. There is no way around it. And what I'm saying to you is, with all of the Europeans that are in Africa's and South America's, you don't see them bringing on our names because they're there. Sign of weakness, people. Just weak. But that's not who we are on the East Inside. Tribal would be, man, cousins. You know the demo. You know what it is, baby. Let's get it popping. It's time to hit the hay. Let's turn up.
I'm about to go do that. It's Thursday night.
Let's hit this anthem. Y'all know what it is. We got to give God his just due. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Thank God that I'm blessed, even though I'm a mess. Thank God, thank God, thank God. All right, everybody, y'all know what it is, man. You know the hook, man. We gotta sing that with us next time, but we gotta get that on film, bro. You know you feeling that. And look, this remix though. If you hear this remix, though, this remix is gonna go so hard, fam. We're gonna be rich and famous off this remix alone, fam. Listen to this beat. This guy that make these beats, and look, I can negotiate for this exclusive rights. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit him up ASAP. But I want to get this thing done first. You can't tell me this beat ain't serious, cuz. Lord help me. Lord help me. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh Lord help me. I'm talking about that's gonna get so hard. When I come with that bone thug and the harmony joint for the remix, man. Ah! And I'm still mad at you. You gotta come down to Texas now. I was in Wisconsin. You ain't hit me up. I was trying to hit the mill. I was trying to say, I'm like, they ain't called me or nothing. I'm hitting everybody up. Like, what's going on?
Dude, I was trying to tell you my car was down. I couldn't travel nowhere. I was on foot everywhere.
Bro, I drove there, fam. The mill. Come on, bro. I'm from North 39th to
my whole weekend. I was trying to fix my car, dude. I went off in a ditch.
Oh, okay. You trying to get back right for the holiday? Okay, I get it.
My car flew. All my calipers blew out on my car, and I flew off in the ditch.
My bad. We can still talk in the studio.